So I'm finally home, back from the airport, back from the weekend, and I'm sitting in the car in front of my house. Back to reality. Life sets in. And the red light, that's because I'm in a retired police charger, and they have this fun light that changes from white to red, I'm guessing to do paperwork and that kind of stuff. Anyway, it's been a long weekend. Kind of overwhelming, actually. Like, super jazzed, headed out to the event. The event was great. And then it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming being at the very beginning. And these guys who are the instructors, they have the curse of knowledge. They don't remember exactly what it was like. I mean, yeah, they remember that it was hard, but just like having babies and delivering them, like if we actually remembered the pain, we would only have one. And it gets blotted out, fuzzed out over the years. And the same thing with the experts, right? They just don't remember what it was like to not have the first win. So I've got to work really hard. This is where the mindset of I'm going to work until I find my first property. And when you go to the event, they say, "Oh, there's people that walk away from this event with properties." And it's like, that's mind-blowing in and of itself. Especially now knowing that I have to actually put in the application, wait for the bid. Once I get the bid, then I get my photos taken. I get my title policy application in to get that back. And then once that's all good, and I've run the comps, and I'm super sure of, there's not a fire out the back. It's not a burnout. And I'm good with my costs, even though no one can see the inside, right? So it's like Christmas. What are we gonna get when we open the lock? Open the door and, bunch of fun stuff in there. That's what I found out this weekend. And I have pictures to prove it. Good thing that the pictures aren't scratch and sniff, right? And one of the guys is like, just don't open the refrigerator. And it's like, wise. Those are wise words. So back to being overwhelmed. And that's the point where this is that first pain point. And a lot of people drop out because it's too uncomfortable. It's just easier to go back and say, well, I'm having trouble. Maybe it's not as what they said. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe this is a sign. Well, maybe I'll do this over here. And then they get distracted with the next shiny object. You just have to push through that pain point. There's always going to be pain points, right? We've had them since we came out of the chute. And when you're a little bitty kid, you don't have the apprehension of failure like we do when we're adults. And it sucks because everyone's watching. Oh, this is your new thing? Oh, how's your new thing going? Oh, not how you thought? Oh, okay. And there's that. But for me, I've pushed past the heavy stuff before, the hard stuff before. I've also quit at the pain point. And then I give myself some kind of excuse to let myself off the hook. Like, oh, it wasn't as described, or they only gave us a little bit of the information and the rest of it. And of course, in a 2-day event, you cannot pack 7 years of experience or 30 years in the business in 2 days. Like, it's just not possible. So you get the bare skeleton, right? And sometimes it's the meat though that we're needing in there that we feel like we don't have, so therefore we can't progress along the path, right? And do the next step. And the fact is we can. And we find that meat on our own on the path. But at least we have the skeleton. We know we're moving in the head, we're headed in the right direction. So, I mean, it's really up to me to be dedicated and persistent and just relentless in my research. And if I want to have 20 properties in 2022, or should we say 22 properties in 2022, that means that I need 2 a month, because it's already February, 2 a month for the next 10 months, plus 2 extra. 2 a month for 12 months, plus an additional 2. So if I can shoot for 3 a month, and I only get to 2, and some months I'll get to 3, I'll hit my goal. That is a lot of work, but it's building the pipeline. Like, you can't get that right off the bat. Unless you're working like the deed bank or the land bank, right? So, and that has its own challenges. They all have their own challenges. There's no easier way. The easy way is just building the pipeline with the diversified ways, right? Building that pipeline. Yeah, the buck stops here. So not only do I have to be a mom of 8 and case manage and do my bills, do my cleaning, do my whatever, be a wife, be all that stuff. Now I got some real targets to hit for this business. So, let's go. Like, no better time. I'm excited and it's scary. We'll see how it turns out. I'm exhausted and I must go in and lay down. See ya.